Grab a brush and let's paint this amazing hydrangea flowers in under 15 minutes. Hello everybody, welcome back to Monique Arts channel. Today we are painting the very first flower of our 31 blooms grid, and we are starting with a hydrangea. Hydrangeas often look complicated because they're made up of hundreds of tiny flowers. But once you break them down into simple shapes, they're actually one of the easiest flowers to paint. The best part, the entire painting can be done in about 15 minutes. So let's get started. First, let's create the background. For this, I'm using pink, orange and a little bit of white. I'm placing small patches of these colors across the paper and then using my brush in loose motion to make these cloud-like things and blend them together. I'm not trying to make this perfectly smooth. In fact, leaving some texture behind makes the background much more interesting. A little bit of water helps the colors merge naturally while still allowing each color to remain visible. Once you are happy with the background, let it dry completely. Now, let's move on to the hydrangea. Most people think of hydrangea as one of the big flower, but it's actually a cluster of many tiny flowers grouped together. To paint it, we're simply going to repeat small petal shapes over and over again. You can think of them as a little plus signs or tiny 4-petal flowers. Start by creating an oval outline for the flower cluster. Keep the lower part of the flower a darker blue and gradually add a little white into your brush as you move upward. This creates a natural highlight and instantly gives the flower some dimension. As you continue adding petals, you'll notice the hydrangea slowly starting to take shape. To make the composition more interesting, I'm also adding another small flower cluster beside the main one. The process is exactly the same. Tiny flowers, darker at the bottom, lighter towards the top, and lots of repetition. Once the first layer is complete, let it dry for a few minutes. And while that's drying, let's paint the background leaves. The leaves are really just there to fill the space and balance the composition. So do not overthink them. Start with green and yellow in the center and add darker greens around the edges. Use simple leaf shapes and build them up gradually. If they don't stand out enough, simply add another layer. Finally, use a little light yellow or white paint to draw the veins of the leaves. This small detail helps them feel more finished. Now that our flower layer is dry, it's time for the second layer. And honestly, this is where the painting comes alive. Using the exact same technique, add another layer of flowers on the top. Trust the process here. It may not seem like much at first, but this extra layer creates depth and makes the hydrangea look fuller and more realistic. Again, keep the lower areas darker and the upper areas lighter. Slowly you'll see the clusters start to pop from the background. For the final step, we are adding tiny dots to the center of each flower. It's a small detail, but it makes a huge difference. Suddenly each individual flower becomes visible and the entire hydrangea starts to feel alive. And there you go, our hydrangea is complete. Let's sign it and place it on the grid. Seeing the very first flower take its place feels incredibly special. Placed right below Ganesha, it almost feels like the first floral offering of this journey. One bloom is on the wall, 29 more to go. I'll see you tomorrow for the next flower.